Suzanne, can you tell us why you came to see us here at Hampshire Hypnotherapy in the first place?
Yes, I can. The Hampshire Hypnotherapy was actually recommended to me by a friend, and I could see it really helped that friend because I'd seen her go through the process that she'd gone through and saw the benefits that she'd gained from it. And it had got to a stage in my life where I was very, very sad and felt very, very lost, and that was as a result of the bereavement of my mum. And it was a very complex bereavement because she suffered a very rare brain tumour. So we'd watched her be ill for 10 months, and then after my mum passed I thought I was dealing with it rather well, and probably after about 5 to 6 months after her passing I really started to go downhill and nothing really mattered to me anymore. I felt quite lost, really sad. All I wanted to do was cry. I couldn't understand why my mum had been taken away from me and why it had to happen to her. And as I said, I just felt completely lost. Nothing meant anything to me whatsoever, and I knew I needed help. And my husband was of great support, as was my family, and he knew I was troubled, and he tried to do everything he could, and he also asked me to try and find help. And I remember specifically one day I sat on the floor in my bedroom and all I did was cry and cry and cry, and although I knew deep down why, because it was of the bereavement of my mum, I couldn't understand why I couldn't stop crying. And I decided then that I was going to contact yourself, and it actually took me 4 or 5 times on picking the phone up and trying to dial the number, and then kept hanging up. And then I realised that I just had to do it, and I left an answer phone message for you, and within about 20 to 30 minutes I got a phone call back from yourself, and straight away on hearing your voice, that was a really calming nurture straight away, and I knew that it was going to be of a good thing to come and see you, so that is why I contacted you.
And when you started therapy, how was it for you when you first came in to see me? Can you tell me about
Yeah,
how you felt about it?
I was very, very apprehensive about it. I was very nervous, and I think the reason I was nervous was because of the unknown. Although I'd spoke to my friend about it, I didn't know really what to expect, or more importantly what to feel, and that scared me a little. I was nervous about meeting you and being honest and open to you about how I was feeling, because I didn't actually know if it was normal or strange. I didn't want to feel judged, and this is everything that I felt before I came to see you. And immediately on seeing your face and the presence of you, it was really warming and relaxing, and I felt comfortable in the first instance of meeting you. And we came into the office and had a chat and told you how I was feeling, and what I really liked was you made it very, very clear that you could not fix bereavement. Bereavement was a process you had to go through, but you could help me go through that process and help me with other external forces that were having an effect on me. And one thing that sticks clear in my head was you said your life at the minute is like a rev counter on a car. You get up on a morning and you're already at number 4 or 5 because of troubles in your life. So to get into the red zone was very, very easy on simple little things that really didn't matter. And through the help of yourself and the hypnosis, I would in time be getting up and it would be on a 0 on the rev counter, so I would maybe go to a 3 or a 4 but not really get into the red zone. So the first hypnotherapy session, I was very comfortable. I knew my surroundings, I knew the noises that were going on around me, I could remember everything that you said. I did feel very comfortable. I don't think I got into it as much as what I should have on the first session, because I knew I had some self-defences up, and maybe by the second or definitely by the third session I could feel much more benefit from it, because I was trusting you and I could let myself go fully and I could feel myself going under deeper. So I really actually, I wouldn't say at this stage enjoyed coming, but I looked forward to it because I knew it was going to be of help and benefit. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed and looked forward to coming to those sessions.
And since you completed the therapy, how's life changed for you?
Oh, dramatically. Not just my life, but I know it's had a significant impact, especially on my husband, because he can see me happier again. As we said earlier, you couldn't fix the bereavement situation that I was in. Part of my lifestyle was that I felt really guilty about being happy, that because I'd lost my mum, I felt guilty being happy, or I wasn't allowed to be happy. And he took me through the process of being happy again wasn't a bad thing, it was what my mum would want, and it's a natural thing to be. So from that point of view, I learned to deal with the bereavement of my mum. Don't get me wrong, I still have sad days and bad days, but the hypnosis has helped me get through them, and that's a natural process I think that you've got to go through. As a result of that, my self-confidence was really low as well, and my self-confidence has built again from that point of view. I can smile again. I know it's something really, really simple, but I couldn't smile. I didn't know how to smile. I wasn't allowed to smile, and I've got happiness in my life again, and it was a great pleasure to see my husband smile back at me and say it's such a relief and such a nice thing to see you smile again. I've missed that. And it wasn't until then that I realised how sad and down that I had been, and obviously my mum would never have wanted me to be like that. But I think it's just a natural process that you go through, and the hypnotherapy has helped with that. As I said, it helped with my confidence as well. I was very low self-esteem, and it's brought my self-esteem out again. And my friends and colleagues around me have noticed that and commented on that as well. And simple day-to-day things of maybe if someone annoyed you, or a road rage incident, with the help of the bangle that you give me, that is a real powerful tool. Something as simple as just a wristband. What I can now do with this through the hypnosis is realise when someone is agitating me or something is annoying me, and I just acknowledge that in my head and think it's not worth it. I can't affect the way people are with me. I'm not going to allow that to wind me up or annoy me. And as a mental trigger, all I do is switch the wristband onto the other wrist, and it takes away the trigger, it takes away the fuse, and I'm just calm. Nothing like that agitates me anymore. So it's very, very rare that my rev counter gets into the red, very rare at all, if any. So obviously I thank you for that, because it has had a massive impact on my life. I'm calm, I'm happy, I look forward to life. I actually really value what's important in life now. The things that you take for granted on a day-to-day basis, I actually realise are the most important things in life. Everything else doesn't mean anything.
And have you had any big achievements since you finished your therapy?
Yeah.
Your self-confidence improved so much. What have you managed to achieve since you finished your therapy?
Well, one of the biggest achievements for me was my self-confidence, because I think with self-confidence is a snowball effect, and it brings a lot of other things to you as well. Just my appearance and the way I believe in myself has helped. I have slimmed down as well. Just you've taught me the correct ways of not dieting, but the correct ways in which you should treat yourself and the way you should eat and when to stop eat. And that's a real pleasure for me now. I really enjoy my food, and I can stop when I'm full, ways before I would eat the full plate that was put down for me, which is the wrong thing to do. But one of the biggest achievements, I've achieved a real academic target at work, which I'm really, really proud of. I was struggling with that, and through your help, without any shadow of a doubt, I've managed to attain that achievement. I am really, really proud, and that is a massive weight off my shoulder.
And just to finish, Suzanne, what would you say to anybody who's considering maybe looking for a hypnotherapist to help them with some issue they've got, some difficulty they've got?
The biggest thing I would say is if you've considered it, because you've considered it, that alone, I think you should do it. I'm really frightened to think where I would be today if I hadn't done the hypnosis. And it is a really easy thing to do once you're sitting in the chair. It's a really hard thing to do, to come and sit in the chair. But once you're in the chair and you're in the surroundings that you see, and you know the people that you're working with, you actually really, really look forward to coming to the sessions, and you feel so refreshed after them. You feel like you've been rejuvenated, and you shouldn't have any fears whatsoever of coming to a hypnosis session. The reason that you've thought of it means that you need it for some reason, and all I can say is come. Any doubts, please, please come. If I can do it and it's changed my life for the best, it would change everybody else's life for the best, so don't be frightened of it.